Welcome back to the workshop. Just recently I bought a set of this WoodRiver 8-piece large Riffler Rasp set. And if you remember, it's a coarse cut teeth, fine shape, file shape, and refine in tight spaces. If you remember on this channel, I had bought a set of rasps from WoodRiver as well earlier in 2024 because I had needed them for working the sphere of the Sun Sphere, Puzzle Box 6. So, because the files that I had just one doing it and I really needed rasps. So now, taking it a step further, getting this set of Riffler Rasps to help with some of the work that I do here in the workshop. Riffler files, or Riffler Rasps, are a type of sculpture tools that are a double-ended mini rasp of various sizes and shapes. They're very useful for getting into small corners or hidden areas. They can be used on wood, plastic, and soft stone, such as marble, serpentine, soap, and lime. And they're very handy for detail work. The originals back in the day were made, they were hand forged, and the teeth individually set and cut with a chisel or a Pritchel punch by the file maker, as typical metal files were as well at that time. This is the basic set I got from Woodcraft here in Knoxville, but you can get higher end versions of this for sculpture work at Sculpture Resources. We'll open up and see what we got here. This shows the set, double-ended, 7.5-inch long with faces 3/16 to 5/16 wide, and S50C high carbon steel with a black finish. So it comes in this plastic package. Obviously they've moved around since I bought them, and they may have moved around in the box, in the truck, who knows, when they were shipping it. But there are staples holding the plastic down, so I'm going to need something to get that off. Okay. So these are the rasps. Kind of a thin one here. This one is a slightly different color than the others, but I don't know that that really matters. Maybe it doesn't have that black finish on it that the others have. I suspect they're all different sizes. Here's a flat one, or not flat, but more of a rectangle appearance to it. And you can see the teeth are slightly different, even on these. So it looks like, well, no, both ends are bent. A couple more of these are very slender. This one's flat, so this one doesn't have the curve, the serpentine curve that some of the others have, such as these. So let's give them a try and see how they work. A good use of this would be the little pieces, puzzle pieces that I'm making for my mosaic picture. You had seen the picture that I did a couple back at the end of December. I was making sort of a picture of a candle, and I might do some other things as well. So this is some of the last of the puzzle pieces for that. I've already trimmed this piece down as best I could using chisels and the wood grain. So I'm going to see what I can do with these rasps, these Riffler rasps. Certainly more aggressive than, say, a file. Let's compare this to the larger rasp that I got last year. Let's see, there's a flat one. Where's that at? Well, flatter at least. This is a little more fine than that first one I had. About this unfinished one, that's pretty rough looking. That's not going to be in the right angle that I need. This is going to be a better one for the angle, and I guess this is the flat one. A file. Well, it's down a lot further than it was, say, if I just used a file and not any rasps at all. Let's try this end grain up here. And this may not be the best use for these tools. It might be for something more precise or detailed than just taking some wood off of a rectangle piece. Got a piece of pine and oak here, so we're going to try it on each of these, see how it goes. Certainly has some good sculpting properties. Let's try this one. This is if you're doing some sculpting or carving, I can see how these can be really useful for you. I've really never got into carving, but maybe I will, who knows. I was definitely trained on some of it at Colonial Williamsburg when I worked there, when they carving cabriolet legs and stuff like that, and that just seemed so impossible at the time. But there's a method to the madness. Try this kind of cylindrical one, this one here. Yeah, they're definitely work on pine very easily. Let's try some oak, a little more hardwood. Of course, I'm on the end grain, and that's not where I want to be. Let's try. So each tool has two ends, and I don't know if one end is more coarse than the other. I'm not sure how that works. But they're not so rough that they'll mess up your fingers, so that's good. Let's see, try another one. This is more of a, let's see, three-sided thing. Flat, but it's got an angle to it. get the idea. We definitely are making some work on this piece of oak. Of course, I'll get my brush and brush this out every so often and keep it going. So that's the Riffler Rasps set, WoodRiver set of 8 that I bought recently at Woodcraft. Thanks for watching.